It's Chapter 7! Snow Top Respite. My inner thoughts are interrupted by a voice just outside of my toasty cocoon. Hey, Cyrus? You awake? Axel sighs. It's not too late to just leave him, you know. We really gotta work on your sense of humor. I thought it was funny. That's the problem. Oh, really? Axel interrupts them in a fairly demanding tone. Guys, seriously. Not first thing in the morning. There's a pause. Sorry. Same, I'll start getting the truck back up. I'll help. I appreciate it. Now then, my worst fears are coming to fruition. Axel starts to slowly pull up the blanket, giving me a healthy blast of desert air like I can't help but shiver as I rub my eyes. That weird lantern from last night must be on again. It's the only source of light I can see. I know it's a bit cold. You can keep the blanket on while we're in the car, okay? In one hand, it's nice that he's taking care of me. On the other hand, I sort of feel like I'm being coddled. Sights! I need to be more assertive. With my cover blown, I quickly sit up to stretch. Sorry, I didn't mean to oversleep. Actually, we're leaving a bit earlier. I'm glad to see you're an early riser. I bet I got into during university. Still tired though. Ah, yes, I remember. Damien again, yes? University, huh? Might have to pick your brain up on the trip back. Here, let's get everything packed up. Alright. Axel's about to lift more of the blanket off of me before I decide to do it myself. I got it, thanks. Oh, no problem. How are you feeling? Before answering, I quickly get myself up from my makeshift bed. I stand up slightly too fast, nearly losing my balance. Still, I carry on the facade that I am in peak condition. Well, as peak as I can manage. I'll live. Do you need any help? Not really. Ring and Rose can handle it. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Well, I'm fine. That bed was pretty comfy. Glad you think so. The one back home will even be better. They'll be even better. Home, huh? You said we'll be there by lunchtime? Maybe a bit earlier. Ring got a message saying there were patrols a few miles away. We decided it'd be best to leave now. About that, aren't they just a medical facility? Why does it sound like they have an army? Axel hesitates to answer. It sounds like a road trip question. Let's get everything together and I'll try to fill you in. Alright. I step away from the bed to let Axel do this thing. Let me guess, this Resume is a giant freaking corporation. And it's like the Umbrella Corporation, basically. As much as I want to help, I don't think I could lift the blanket or the mattress thing. Axel folds the blanket up like it's nothing, though. Looking around the warehouse, it looks like most everything put away. Other than the lantern and some cooking appliances. And done. I think that's just about it. Axel holds everything on one bicep before he hands me a small pouch. Here, this has your water bottle and light stick. Oh, thank you. Pouch is a long enough strap to go over my shoulder. It almost looks like a small messenger bag. I kind of like it. Okay, I just have to get the last of the equipment and we'll be set. If you want, you can go wait in vehicle. They should have it unlocked by now. You sure you don't want any help? I'll be fine. I carry way more back at the bar. Whether or not he realized it, he flexes his free arm. If I didn't know any better, I'd say his biceps are almost as big as my torso. That's both comforting and a scary thought. I'll head over, just need to pee first. Axel lets out an embarrassed laugh. Alright, hopefully it's the last time you have to use the bathroom outside for a while. No kidding. You know, I did say that he hasn't went to the bathroom the whole day, and now he's going to the bathroom, which just beats my expectations. With one more stretch, I make my way out of the warehouse. The moon is rather pitiful this morning. There's barely any light out here. I can see the in-vehicle at least. The back door is letting out some light. I think I see Ring and Rose. But this is why it's called Ring Around the Rosie. I think I see Ring and Rose standing against the side of it, chatting. Psst! Hey! I don't want to startle them, but I have to get their attention somehow. I can barely see their silhouettes turn toward me. Not surprising, Rose is the one who answers. She also replies in a loud whisper. What? I need to pee. I'll be right back. Okay. What's wrong with you two? Ring replies normally. I don't. Instead, I grab the light out of my pouch. Wait, how do I use it? I didn't pay too much attention to it last night. It sort of feels like a piece of quartz. Smooth. Instinctually, I slide my fingers up the side of it. It's a flashlight! It starts to give off a faint green glow. Whoa, that's neat. I try to make it bright enough to see, and sure enough, it's like I have my own flashlight. And then let's gonna find the Slender Man! Once I make it round the corner of the warehouse, I set the light stick down. And then listen to some K-pop. It's still pretty cold out, so I make sure to do my business as fast as possible. When I finish up, I shake my hands to try flinging off some germs. The germs! And try to shake it off! Wish I could wash my hands. I move to grab the light stick when something catches my eye. The sun rising over the horizon. It's easier to appreciate without being on top of a train. The cool desert breeze is actually kind of nice. Along with being able to experience it without him. I can't help but flip my hair through it and smiling. I don't know why, but I think today's going to be a good day. I can't appreciate the scenery for too long. Rose is starting to yell for me. Cyrus! Are you done peeing yet? I can't help but laugh, mainly at the absurdity of the situation. Yes, I'm coming! Okay! I stop the light stick back in the pouch and then turn the corner. Rose and Ring are talking while Axel is putting away the rest of the equipment. He notices me and starts waving. I give an awkward smile as I wave back. I know he's a tiger, and even though they look completely different, he reminds me a bit of Damien. It's comforting in a way. I almost managed to get to the car without incident, but I sneeze loudly. Achoo! Uh-oh, let's get you in the car. We don't want you to catch a cold. I sniffle, cringing as I have to use my sleeve to wipe my nose like... Ugh, gross. I can't sneeze on you next time if you'd prefer. It'll be the last thing to come out of your mouth if you do. Bet. At least you've got the energy. Come on, let's go. Let's get this trip started. I nod as I make my way into the warm truck and then sit where I was last time. I take it Rose is the driver of the crew. Ring and Axel sit down across from me. For the most part, I'll drive if she needs a break, but it's only another 5 hours, so she'll be fine. Knowing her, we'll get there in 3. She may be a speed demon on her bike, but she wouldn't risk the truck. You haven't seen her drive when you're not around. No one likes a tattletale, Ring. Ring jumps as Rose's voice comes through the intercom. No one likes an eavesdropper either, Rose. There's no response, which makes Ring click his tongue in annoyance. Bits. I cough at the bluntness while Axel sighs. If I didn't know any better, I'd say... that would be our brother and sister. That's what I thought too! I guess I do say that a lot. You and everyone else back home. To be fair, it does seem like you get along well with each other. Ring scoffs at that. She's like that with everybody. Always in other people's spaces. Axel starts to chuckle. What? She is. Nowadays she is. I told you how much of a wildcat she used to be. Used to, he says. Oh, trust me, you wouldn't want to tangle with her when she gets serious. I'd rather avoid her altogether. Thank you very much. Good luck with that. Huh. Instead of interrupting, I opt to just listen in. I can learn a lot just by blending in with the background. What about you, Cyrus? How are you liking things so far? Oh, oops, I got distracted! Oh, well, it's only been a day, but it's better than most days I've had recently. I can only imagine. Sorry, I'm really not trying to fish for sympathy or something. Doesn't mean you can't use it. Ring groans. What? You're so effing corny. I don't know, I think it's kinda sweet. See? See? You're sensible. Shocking. Don't you have work to do on your accent or something? I'm glad you ask. No, I don't. In fact, as soon as we start moving, I'm going back to sleep. Ring finishes speaking with a subdued growl, but I don't think it's aimed at me. Axel leans in to whisper something to me. He forgot his earplugs, so he hasn't gotten the best sleep lately. Oh, he's groggy. Okay. Ring scoffs again before before leaning back and crossing his arms. I actually feel sorry for him. I know all too well how crappy a day can go just from a lack of sleep. Do you want us to be quiet while you sleep? He opens one eye to look at me before he shrugs. If you want, doubt you're as loud as her. I expect Rose to come over the loudspeaker to yell at him. Thankfully, the silence persists. We'll be quiet. We'll be quiet. The grunt. Ring shuts his eyes and tries to drift off. Not long after he does, the truck starts moving. For some reason, that gets my heart pumping a bit. It's actually setting in that I'm heading towards my new home, wherever that might be. Axel looks as calm as ever. Meanwhile, Ring seems to have already fallen asleep. I wish I could knock out that fast. I lean back to my seat as well. I wonder what's going to happen to me and if I can avoid it altogether. I'm sure if they want to, they can force me to do whatever. Hell, I'm sure Axel could do whatever with just one hand. I guess I should be thankful that so far he's been pretty nice. Something the matter? He catches me off guard again. I would admit, it's somewhat annoying that he can read me as well, even if it's to check on me. Yeah, I'm fine, just a bit nervous is all. It'll probably be a rough few days. But after all our work together is done, you're free to just relax and do whatever you can. He didn't say whatever I want, which I guess makes sense since I'll be under house arrest, it seems. Can you go over what we're going to be doing exactly? Not surprisingly, Axel starts to tense up. Maybe I'm easy to read, but I like to think I'm getting better at reading other people too. When we get back home, we're going to have you meet with our doctor. They're going to try to help you get your memories back. And it's only for information on resume? For the most part, yes. And after that, we'll make sure they don't take you again. I see. What? Just seems too good to be true, is all. I'm going to be living with you from now on without having to do anything? More or less. In my opinion, I think you've paid your dues in excess. If you say so. As much as I'd like to believe I'll be free to just sit around and do nothing, I doubt I'd be able to sit still for long. I'd probably get bored within a week or two. I guess I can use the free time to plan my way back home. Although, the more I think about it, there's not much of a chance of me going home, is there? For some reason, that thought gets less and less sad the more I dwell on it. At the very least, I want to find out how I got here. Maybe hit whoever sent me here with a shovel in the meantime. Oh, speaking of violence... Hey Axel, I think there's something you should know. What's that? I look over to make sure Ring is still asleep, before slowly taking out the gun in my pocket. I have this. Axel looks surprised for a moment, but not as much as I expected. Oh yeah, you did say he gave you a weapon. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's locked. I don't think he had any intention for me to use it. Knowing him, he wouldn't have wanted you to use it against him. Given the chance now, I probably would. Bang, bang. So I guess that was smart of him. I'd say I'm just joking, but I'm not sure I am. Would you like us to unlock it? Huh? That's why you wanted to show me, right? Well, no. I just wanted you to know I had a weapon. Oh. He gives an awkward smile. That's thoughtful of you. I didn't peg you as the type to just go gunslinging without reason. Bang, bang. I'd say that's a fair judgment. As far as I know, I've only fired a gun once, and that was just recently. Did you like how it felt? That's an odd question. Did I? I mean, it felt kind of cool, I guess. Just because it feels so futuristic compared to what we had. It is a nice model. I'm surprised he left it with you. Oh really? I doubt that was on purpose. Me neither. Again, if you want, we can unlock it. Sleeping Beauty over there can hack into pretty much anything. Why though? I thought you might feel better having some form of self-defense. Maybe. Carefully look over the gun again. Would you just keep it locked like it has been? Not unless you want us to. I pondered that. How could I guarantee that they keep it unlocked for me to use? This was meant to be more of a surprise, but we have an axiom back at home I was going to give you. It snatches my attention like, my own axiom? Wait, what? Why? Aren't they like really expensive? It'd be convenient for you to have one. It's no big deal. We've had this one for a while, but no one can really handle it. Wait, it kind of worries me. Why? Well, it was a prototype model the company tried out. It didn't go over well. It's actually one of a kind. Huh. How'd you get it then? The company who manufactures them gave it to us. We all got an axiom and some extras. Ring actually has another one he uses at home. The bigger model he has is only for missions. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. Different models for different purposes. Exactly. I'll give it to you when we get back home. I keep it in storage. I'm kind of excited. But why can't people handle it? Axel looks a little worried. It really hurts to put it on. Most models you can just take on and off at your leisure. This one, however, digs deep into your skin so that it can't be removed easily. Hurts like you wouldn't believe. Oh, I can probably handle that if that's all. Exactly. I can help you set up everything, that gun included. Alright, sounds good. I appreciate it. It's no trouble. Without sounding cheesy, I think it was meant for you. Just, don't tell Ring about it till you get it. He's had his eye on it for a while. Oh wow, exclusive secrets already. Alright, I take it he couldn't handle it. I hadn't even turned it on yet and he already started moaning. I snorted that like, ah, wow. Don't tell him I said this either, but he cried when he got his ear pierced. I have to actually cover my mouth just so I don't burst out laughing. I don't want to explain that to a sleeping dragon. I just nod with tears in my eyes. That's really funny. He really is all bark, no bite. I'll take that with me to the grave. So will I. Axel starts to chuckle too. Ring stares a bit and we both freeze. Thankfully, he just readjusts himself, which causes both Axel and I to breathe out in unison, which in turn elicits another silent laughing session. Ah, just like last night, I'm feeling pretty good. It is nice to have a light-hearted conversation without snark for a change. It might hurt me down the line, but I think I can trust this man. I'm willing to try anyway. The rest of the car ride is fairly uneventful. Ring's still asleep while Axel reads his book. I go between sleeping and staring out the window. Every time I wake up, the scenery is completely different. I wonder if we're going that fast or if this country is just diverse in its environments. Even passed through what I assume is a crater caused by the 7 stars. Despite what caused it, I can't help but admire its beauty. It looks like a glass pit surrounded by remaining sand. I wonder when the last time I went on an actual road trip was. A long time ago, I visited Damien at his house, but only once. He wasn't out yet, so it was hard to act honest. Still, when it was just us two, he made sure to show me how much he loved me. Ah, Damien, I miss you. I wish most of my memories of you weren't so hazy. How long has it been since we saw each other? Rose's voice coming through the speakers puts a pause on my theorizing. Hey, boss, you there? Hear you loud and clear. What's up, Rose? I'll be at the bunker in about 10 minutes. That makes my heart skip a bit like, we're already here? We're almost there already? Roger that. Good work as always. No sweat. Axel starts to nudge Ring awake. It's a trail of drool coming from his maw. Come on, bud. We're almost there. Don't you want to see you know who? Ring pops up an eye open in panic before quickly coming down. You know he's on a mission right now. Oh, good. You're awake. Fantastic. He has a crush on said Silver. I want to see who this Silver is. The dragon stretches to wake himself up. Almost there? Yep, about 10 more minutes. Good, I'm ready for some time off. As far as I know, we got a couple of weeks before any pressing matters. Perfect. I'm gonna take the next week off, then take on some odd jobs or something. What kind of odd jobs? Ring gives me a look riddled with... What kind of odd jobs? Ring gives me a look riddled with exhaustion. I help people fix their shite when they break it. He's a good handyman. Oh, I see. If you need any fixed, let me know. Actually, we do have something you can fix tomorrow, if that's okay. What? Just something Cyrus brought. We'll show you tomorrow. He seems disinterested as usual. I don't blame him. I'm not really a morning person either. Rose comes over the loudspeaker again as she pulls the car to a rolling stop. Alright, we're here. I pick out the window. It looks like we're still in the middle of nowhere, although we're under some sort of rock formation. I can see a city in the distance, but it's way too far to walk. How did we get there? Just watch. And don't tell anyone. That too. An underground facility? An underground base, sorry. I can't even ask why before it feels like there's a small earthquake under the truck. After a moment, we seemingly start to drive downward. No. Oh, hold on to something. We're going downhill for a little while. Underground? Glad to see you still catch on fast. Rain puts a seatbelt on before grabbing onto a nearby handle. I start panicking since I can't figure out how to put on a seatbelt. It's not long before Axel motions me over to him. Here, come sit between us. I'll hold on to you. I don't have much time to think about it as we start descending fast. Okay! With that thinking, I jump over to the other side of the truck. Axel helps me between himself and Ring, holding my shoulder as he straps me in. As usual, he is very warm. Okay, that should do it. I'll keep holding on to you till we're down, alright? I know as everything starts to get dark. Please, CG. The inside lights flash on, but the outside is still completely pitch black. After what feels like several minutes, I can actually see where we're headed. It looks like a huge underground cave with a few small buildings. Wow. That's our base of operations. Well, kind of. We share it with some other groups. You live there? No, we live in different cities. Oh, really? I've connected all of our residences to a private capsule system. Despite living on opposite sides of the country, it's almost like we're in our own apartment complex. Whoa, that's impressive. We used to live together, but that posed problems. Like what? Security issues. Plus, if one site gets compromised, we can quickly go somewhere else without being tracked. That is pretty convenient. Indeed! We used to live in the base actually, but we got to the point of wanting our own space. Speaking of, where will I be staying in? You'll stay with me for the next day or two. Yay! We have a room at the base for you to stay in, but we just need to clean it up. Oh, I'm living underground? That's kind of cool. If you say so. If you say so, you'll miss the sun. I'll have it set up so you can come visit us when you want or need to. Hey, I didn't sign up for that. Okay, fine. You can come visit anyone who's not being difficult. Thank you. Snort. I'll be sure to knock. We'll be coming to you more often than not. You can't port without an axiom. I can see Axel flick his ear, but he doesn't reply like... Don't tell him yet. Let him be surprised. Oh, didn't realize that. Why don't you just give him one of yours, Ring? No. I use them all. How many do you have? That's none of your business. Rose comes over the intercom. He has like 8. I don't have that many. Ring spits back to the ceiling, which doesn't reply. Jeez. You do have a lot. I need them. What, you have collector's edition or something? I say in jest, but I don't think Ring takes it as a joke. In fact, he takes a second to reply. No. Oh my god, what a loser! I can't help but laugh again. Seriously? Why the hell are there collector's versions of... I stopped myself mid-sentence before I remembered the plethora of special edition smartwatches or phones we had. Ah, never mind. Actually, never mind. It's not that outlandish, I guess. Thank you. I wasn't vindicating you. Don't need you to. Are we almost there? Pulling up as we speak. Thank God. I'm ready to sleep in my own bed for once. How far away do you live again? That's classified information. Gosh damn it. I instinctively grimaced, but he couldn't have known. I guess that's fair. Axel gets himself out of his trap before leaning over to get me out of mine. In any case, tomorrow I can give you a tour of the facility. You will? How great. Probably not a good idea to do it till we get the okay from our boss. Dang, was looking forward to it. It looks cool down here. Yeah, what it looks like! Glad to hear. I'll show you how the elevators work tomorrow so you can get some sun when you need it. Is this okay? Most likely. If it poses an issue, Rose or I can come along. Got it. I didn't realize how pale I'd gotten. I could use some sun. If you want, we can walk into town instead of boarding. Maybe one day. Not today, though. Fair enough. Axel opens the door for us. Ring immediately gets out of the stretch. Ooh, cave. Ooh, cave. Ooh, underground. Maybe I should pay Vita a visit too. Sleeping in that thing ain't good for my back. You know, they'll probably be a bit busy for the next week or so. Ah, yeah, forgot about that. Don't worry. I won't tell them that your name dropped them. Ring covers his mouth. Oh, it. Ring. I think we might want to just drop the code names while we're home now. No way. Are you going to make Cyrus call you a different thing every mission then? No, he can just call me Ring. Axel sighs. This is going to get old real fast. I'm kind of with Ring on this one. Rose joins us from around the front. Really? Well, yeah, we didn't get this far by not being careful. See? Even Rose is making sense. What's that supposed to mean? Guys. Axel stops them before they can even start. I just think it'd be a good step to help Cyrus trust us. Well, don't we need to trust Cyrus first? Everyone looks at Rose. Don't get me wrong, I know he's been through a lot, but personally, I want to wait till Vita checks him out thoroughly. Like, what if he has a tracker on him or something? Huh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, actually, that's smart. That thing in the back of his head was probably... We don't know that. Look, I know you're mostly just following orders, but... I think we just need to take this little slower. Let's see how he is after everything with Vita. But there's enough tension in the air to be uncomfortable. Enough to where I'm glad they're leaving me out of the conversation for once. Although, I decided to intervene anyway. I tug on Axel's jacket. I don't really mind. I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. And besides, I'm used to people not telling me their real names. That was meant to be a joke to lighten the mood, but I think it had the opposite effect. Eventually, Axel sighs again. No, you're right. Sorry, I shouldn't push you guys into sharing personal information. We're not saying we don't want Cyrus around, but... Ring starts coughing. I'm not saying I don't want Cyrus around, but... Yeah. I think we should, on the side of caution. That's completely understandable. We'll take it one step at a time. Just try not to slip up, please. Sure, mister. I really want to say, like you want to talk, but that's a whole other can of worms I don't want to get into. Anyway, you need us for something else? Not right now, but keep an eye out for any potential changes. We'll probably have a meeting with the boss at some point. I don't know why we can't do that remotely. She's a stickler for security. I know I have a lot to learn from her. Well, it's nearly 9 AM back home. Shops will be opening soon, and I've got some errands to run. Got it. Thanks for all your help. We couldn't have done this without you. Yeah. Keep me posted. Will do. As Ring walks past Axel, they give each other a high five. I think I'll head into town for a little while myself. I want to see how the gym has been since we left. Sounds good. Do you want any help? Thanks, but no thanks. Besides, you gotta go check on the bar. I guess that's true. Wonder how much I'll have to clean up this time. It's a bar. If it's messy, then that means people are using it right. If you say so. See ya, boss. Let me know if you need anything. Of course. Get some rest. Instead of a high five, they give each other a fist bump. She walks in the opposite direction of a ring. Now it's just Axel and me. Well, you wanna head back to my place? I pucker my lips. I know that's not what he meant, but I still choke back a cough. Ah, yeah, sure. How far away is it? It'll only take us about a few minutes to get there. We'll port. Ah, handy. Indeed. You ready? You ready? Axel starts to walk and nods for me to follow. And I do so. Oh, when we enter the building, I'll have to ask you to keep your eyes closed. Is there one of those weird hallways that teleports you? What? Oh no, thankfully we have more modern technology. We just don't have the right clearance for you to really see everything yet. The capsule motel Lance took me to isn't considered modern? Goddamn. Axel holds out his paw. I'll guide you through. It won't take us long to reach the station. I stare at his big paw for a moment. You sure you're not trying to sell me? Axel coughs before laughing nervously. As far as I'm aware, I'm not. Satisfied with his flustered expression, I grab his paw and close my eyes. Either way, I'll try not to peek. Axel effortlessly envelops most of my hand. I can tell he's trying to hold back. Don't worry, you get used to it. Axel laughs to himself and gently leads me through this new building. Damn, his paw is so warm. It's the little things in life. Woohoo! Where are we going? To his place? What does it look like? Even though my eyes are closed, I take mental notes on how long some of these hallways are. Maybe the buildings goes further into the cave than I thought, and I can't help but tense my eyes. It's uncomfortable to keep them closed in for so long. I feel like I'm going to walk into a wall at any moment. How much further? Just a bit longer. We're almost there. Alright. Oof! All of a sudden, Axel stops in front of me. While not as hard as a wall, crashing into Axel's bag isn't much better. Ooh! I can't help but open my eyes as I use my free hand to check my nose. His bag is more toned than I thought! Big belly, but tone in the back. Jeez, what was that for? Oh, hey, Vita. Axel's grip around my hand tightened. Huh? Reflexively, I try to lean over to see who it is, but as soon as I do, I remember to shut my eyes. I'm not getting in trouble for something so stupid. I see you all made it back in one piece. You did make it back in one piece, right? Thankfully, although I think Rose mentioned something was wrong with her arm. Sounds like nothing of note happened, then. I swear, when will she learn to take care of that thing? Oh, Axel almost tries to push me behind him. Wait, why? Is it bad we met this person? Ah, you did find him. Axel grips even harder. Yeah, he's been through a lot. I heard. Ring gave me a debriefing while you were on the road. Of course he did. Something the matter? No, nothing. Even with my eyes closed, I can feel Vera staring at me. Why are your eyes closed? Oh, they're talking to me? I pause for a moment. I try to face their direction when I reply. This is almost as awkward as when I woke up in that alley. Axel told me to keep them closed. Something about certification or something. I see. I don't think anyone's going to do anything if you open them. But it's your call. Peter, come on. Just saying. I guess in that case, I won't be looking at him today after all. Axel loosens his grip a little and sighs. I was going to suggest holding off for a bit. He needs some time to get acclimated. Vita doesn't respond at first. It'll happen sooner or later. I know. Well, I'll be bugging you until he gets his IDs. I want to get this over as soon as possible. Now it's my turn to grab Axel's paw harder. I furrow my brows as I turn to get concerned. Get what over exactly? Vita takes another moment. When they do reply, it's almost melancholic. I have a myriad of tests for you, both physical and psychological. This gives me the opportunity to warn you ahead of time. At least. Weasley. Vita sighs. Prepare yourself. You most likely won't be the same once we're done. I figured as much. No use denying it. I tried to say with a bit of resolve, but my trembling hand probably gives me away. I can respect that, Wesley. I'm not exactly known for sugarcoating things, but I'm not going to try and push you over the edge for the sake of it. I'm not sure if that's meant to be comforting. I appreciate it, I think. Well, I'm heading back to my room for the day. And Axel? Yes? Never mind. Have a good day, Cyrus. Axel pulls me closer, not giving me a chance to reply. You as well. Goodbye, Vito. I can hear Vito walking away. I don't move or speak at first. Eventually, Axel nudges me. Sorry about that. Ready to keep going? Yeah, sure. There's an awkward silence surrounding us. That's the doctor, I take it? Yes. They seem nice. They can be, although they can be too blunt for their own good. I'm surprised they let us off that easily. Huh. Well, I guess it makes sense for them to be blunt. How do you mean? As a doctor, you should give it to your patient straight if you can. I guess. Let's go. Okay. I get the feeling Axel doesn't want to talk right now. I have a feeling Axel doesn't like Vera. I keep my mouth shut along with my eyes as we keep walking. Thankfully, it isn't too much longer until we reach our destination. Alright, we're almost there. You're just gonna stand in this room for a minute or two. It's not a hallway? No. Those models have been out of service for a while. They're not very safe. Oh. Glad nothing happened during the times I used one then. Plus, you can open your eyes in this one. Much more comfortable. I see. Can I open them now? Hang on, just one more second. Okay, we're in. You can open them. I slowly open my eyes to prepare for something unexpected. Yeah. What is this? I'm almost disappointed to realize it looks like a big elevator, complete with a carpet and lumber pad by the door. The set of doors on either side reminds me of the ones in hospitals. I'm kind of surprised by how plain it is. Really? I haven't seen a lot of rooms like this. Heh, weird. Maybe this is old school here. Yeah, old school. Alright, hang on to the rail if you need to. Sometimes it gets a bit funky. Axel heads over to the number pad and starts to input a really, really long code. Ah! Like 15 digits long. You can remember all of that? I have to if I want to get home. Fair enough. And we're here! What? Something wrong? We just got in here. We're done? Yeah, that's pretty standard length of time. Jeez, that's crazy. Huh. I admit it took me a while to get accustomed to. But after a decade or so, you get used to it. If you say so. We're here then? Yep. Welcome home, Cyrus! Axel taps the pad one more time to open the sliding doors. Just like Lance, we're walking right into his room. What does it look like? What does it look? Oh! Wow! Wow. He's rich. I assume we're in his living room. It's nicely furnished with a good amount of space. Wow, this looks great. Is it an apartment? Basically, we're in a condo in the heart of town. What's the town called? Lambent Peak. Yep, we're on a mountain. Whoa, so I'll be living underground while you're on top of a mountain? Pretty much. Although you can come visit me whenever you want. Is that why it's called Snowtop? I walk around the room, veering toward the window. Wow! Wow, we really are on a mountain. At the edge of the town, all I can see is an ocean of clouds. Wow! It's pretty hard to get up here. Town usually ports supplies up every week or so. That doesn't sound very convenient. Do rich people live up here? You could say that. It's not easy to live in a mountain, but it does have its perks. I can imagine. Wow! Axel ruffles my hair as we walk past me, but I'm too captivated to care. We can relax for a while. I'll make us some lunch soon. Just make yourself comfortable. Okay. I realize I'm still wearing my filthy clothes. Sorry. My filthy shoes. I don't want to track dirt inside. Oh, ew, it just hit me. I've been wearing these things for a couple days straight. Axel, could I take a shower or something later? Sure. How about after we eat? Alright. I feel like a bum. I moved to one of the couches. I feel bad wearing my shoes on the carpet, but I'd rather not stink up the whole place. The couch is quite plush. I'm no expert, but I can tell the levels of quality this furniture has. The wall has a big black rectangle that I can only assume is this world's first version of a TV. There are some machines around the place that I don't recognize, but besides that, this could pass for an expensive condo back home. I'm completely out of place here. Maybe I should ask for a haircut, at least some nicer clothes. I hear some sort of ding behind me. Looking over, there's a big kitchen taking up most of that corner of the room. Food's ready! I toasted up some sandwiches and reheated some soup I've made. Should be light enough for you. Looks like he's in his element, carrying a tray of food in each paw effortlessly. He brings them over, carefully placing a tray down on the coffee table. Here you are. Hope you like it. I'm sure I will, thank you. Sure enough, the food looks pretty professionally made. Started this week in a rundown apartment with spam for breakfast. Now look at me. Glad I ended up here, that's for sure. I take one for the sandwich halves and start eating it. It almost tastes like a club sandwich, but with something sweet. Honey? Whatever it is, I like it. I can't help but keep looking around while I eat. Nervous? I mumble inquisitively with a full mouth. I swallow so I can answer him. Oh, not really. Do I look nervous? Kind of. I wouldn't blame you though. You're in a new environment and all. Guess I have nerves of steel. Well, dead nerves of steel. After everything, I'm not surprised. Hopefully you can finally have some place and quiet here for us. Here with us, sorry. That sounds nice, but I might get bored if I just sit around all day. We can find stuff for you to do. Could always use more employees at the bar. I work at a restaurant for a little while. I could help for sure. Sounds like a plan. He sit in silence as we eat. Although now that everything is sitting in, maybe I'm getting a little bit nervous. So, this Vita person, they're going to help me get my memories back? Pretty much. Although the process can be pretty arduous. Why is that? Axel drops his smile entirely before sighing. He pauses. You probably won't be you anymore. Vita said something like that. What does that mean exactly? Well, the you that exists right now only exists while you have amnesia. Once your memories come back, I get it. I mean, I understand what he's saying, but this is a bit existential for me right now. I see. I guess I already knew that. Huh? Well, I haven't come to terms with it per se, but only because I thought it was natural for that to happen. I pause. Now I'm going to be thinking about that though. I chuckle to myself, but Axel doesn't find it funny. I'm sorry. Please forget about it up. Hey, it's fine. I think that's a valid concern. But it's just a part of the process, yeah? Yeah, it is. Axel looks even more sad. Now I'm really getting worried. Is everything okay? It seems to catch him off guard. Oh, well, I think so. I just want to make sure you're okay. Oh yeah? For your job? What? No! The tiger seems genuinely insulted. You've been through so much. Is it weird for me to be worried? Oh! Now that I think about it, look, someone has an arrow on his forehead as well. Now I'm the one caught off guard. I mean, it's not like we know each other or anything, right? Not really, but that doesn't mean I can't look out for you, does it? Yes, this is a job, but it's a job I took because I wanted to help people. I'm going to make sure you're safe from here on out, alright? Alright. He's being so nonchalant about it. I've dealt with bluntness before, but this is different. I don't think he's lying. I think he really wants to make sure I'm okay. I'm glad my hair is so long. I can turn my head to hide most of my face. Why do I feel so hot all of a sudden? You have a crush! Wait, no! What if he's... No, I'm not doing this again. I'm going to process each emotion as it happens. Even if it's even if privately. I think for the first time in a long while, I'm genuinely happy. The point where my breathing gets a bit shaky. Thank you, Axel. I appreciate it. Aaron? Huh? Call me Aaron. His name is Aaron! The tiger extends his paw out. My name is Aaron Cosmas! I know we had a bit of a rocky start, but I hope in time we'll be good friends. I stare at this open paw in disbelief. We barely known each other for a day and he's already told me his real name! Why the hell does something like this get me so teared up? What's wrong with me? Not wanting to be rude, I extend my own hand out to him. I'm trembling, but I grab his big paw in my hand and I shake it with him. He's very warm. Thank you, Aaron. I'll keep that in mind. I won't tell anyone. Thanks, I appreciate it. It's a bit of a hassle to maintain different code names. Ah, damn! My tears are starting to spill over. For as much as I was talking about not wanting to be touched, I think I really was starved this whole time! Cyrus. No, I'm okay. Again, I wipe my nose on the jacket sleeve. This is a happy cry, just trust me. I say, trying to smile with a somewhat runny nose. I see. Well, I promise that next time we'll have a proper handkerchief you can use. I sniff one last time. Do you have a tissue? I'll hold you to that, Aaron. Thank you! Of course. Let's finish up lunch, then get you to that shower, yeah? I'm not too happy to really reply. I focus on eating this wonderful food. Why do I have the feeling that Aaron is a descendant of Damien? Eventually, I got my emotions under control. My face is still a little flushed. I don't remember getting emotional this quickly before. I guess this past week took more out of me than I realized. Maybe I do deserve to sit around and do nothing for a while. Just a week or two, then I'll ask Aaron about maybe a part-time job or something. I'm not sure what to do from here. But I hope at the very least I can enjoy it. If I can eat food like this every day, I'm sure I can manage. I set the spoon down before I bring the bowl of soup to my mouth to finish the broth. Ah!